And hello guys, we're online. State of the Empire episode 2, and I'm just gonna add our guests for today. Just a small moment here. We got all of them online here, but small I had a small problem earlier. I'm gonna explain a bit about it in just a moment. Here we have Zach joining our call. Just a moment here. Let me just unmute myself at Skype. Hi guys, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Zach. No problem.
We had a bit of a problem between the three of us. We couldn't hear each other.
Okay, we can look into it in a moment. Just 5 seconds ago. I forgot where he wanted me to add Zone, but I'm gonna add Zone here. Oh man, Viper, so stylish. Dude, come on. This guy looks like a total pro. What a badass. Okay, just let me add.
Okay, so it should be good now.
Yeah, I can actually hear you and I can see you, so no problems. No problems at all.
Perfect.
Herp. Okay, so everyone should be at their places. Just a moment, gonna do a voice check at the chat here. Okay guys, can you hear us? Are the volumes okay?
I can perfectly hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, here we go.
excellent. Okay, Zach, say something. I'm not sure if I got you.
Okay, hello?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly.
Okay, brilliant.
I'm gonna just put the voices up just a notch here. Okay, I've increased the volumes here. So guys, I can't do anything more. You need to add the volume yourself. But despite some slight problems, Empires of the State of the Empire episode 2 is finally online. If you guys didn't already notice, our topics today involve heavily over Forgotten Empires, and I want Sison to tell more about it later on. But first, we're gonna introduce today's guests. In the upper right corner, we have Sison from Belgium. Say hi, Sison, and maybe you tell us something about yourself.
Hello everybody watching the stream. I'm Ben Beekman, Cision, or however you want to call me. I'm from Belgium and I'm working on the new unofficial expansion of for Age of Empires 2, the Forgotten Empires.
Okay, in the lower right corner we have our regular, my co-caster today. He's Zach, also known as Zeroempires. Hello Zach.
Hello, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully
Zach,
very well.
yeah, and actually Zach could introduce himself a bit because we didn't have the time, or I actually missed it last time. So maybe you could tell us something about yourself.
Okay, well, quite a lot of you know me already anyway, but for those of you who don't know who I am, I run the Age of Empires YouTube channel, Zeroempires, and that's youtube.com/Zeroempires. And basically I just do various Age of Empires videos, commentaries, and beta previews of the Forgotten Empires, which we're going to be talking about today.
Okay, great.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's basically everything we need to know about you. Are you single or married or?
Kind of in a relationship at the moment.
Oh god. Okay, sorry guys. No can do. Okay, and in the bottom left position we have Orion, our Norwegian pro player from Age of Empires, the Viper. Maybe you introduce yourself a bit.
Hey guys, I'm the Viper. I play currently for Tyrant, and yeah, I'm also on the test team for the Forgotten Empires expansion that we are going to talk a lot about today. So yeah, hope you enjoy the show, guys.
Okay, so welcome to everyone to our show. I'm glad that we have already so much people here on our channel despite the problems that we had. I'm just gonna go through the current topics for this week, and then I'm gonna discuss something about what happened last night. So first of all, our first topic will be naturally the streams have been the biggest incident that happened last week. I think we all agree on that the streams and from multiple players and also the Age of Empires stream from Vietnam has been the biggest topic of this week. Or how do our other guests feel about that?
Well, I'll go ahead. I think really bad happened with this stream. Overall, the stream so it's really got out a community. And as we've seen, your stream has done so well so far, 100 followers and 100,000 views so quickly, and hopefully we can really see a lot of improvement in the future.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really a shame that the stream was taken down. Such
Yeah,
an awesome
yeah.
stream, so it's really annoying that such things happen out of the blue, and for such a bullshit thing, small minor little detail. It's just
Yeah,
so
guys.
annoying.
Yeah, guys, don't stream Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing. It's bad for you. It will get you banned. Okay. Okay, Sison might want to say something, but I'm gonna just go through the topics like super fast, and then we're gonna go back to them and discuss about them later on. So I'm gonna just skip Sison like a rude host that I am. And the second topic that we're gonna go through this week is gonna be the tournament battle for the #1. Naturally, it gathered huge viewer ratings yesterday, and it has been talked through the whole week. So we're gonna discuss something about it. Then we're gonna discuss about the Land Nomad tournament. The sign-ups have closed on Friday night, and then we're gonna talk about our main topic today, which is gonna be the expansion, the Forgotten Empires. You already guys saw the trailer. It's gonna be awesome, and we have the best people here to talk about it. So, and later on in the last part of the show, we're gonna have user questions. So remember to submit your questions earlier before the show. I didn't get as much questions as I wanted, but we're gonna go through like 1, 2, 3 questions from the users. Okay, so we're gonna start from our first topic of the week. That is gonna be the streams, and because there's one question that everybody's probably thinking. I already tried to give a good answer to it in the forums, but yesterday when we were streaming Doubt against Jordan, the Battle for #1 tournament games, a small incident happened, and the stream was taken down when it was live, and it had over 1,300 viewers at that point, and it was taken down without further notice. And I was equally amazed as most of the guys watching the stream. And first it said just that my stream has been blocked or suspended, but like after 2 or 5 minutes it changed to that my stream has been removed and it cannot be found. And I was looking through my emails, and basically what they announced me was that the first message, actually all these 3 messages came at the same time. The first message said that my stream had copyrighted material from Warner Bros. And that is the reason why they could take my stream down. It didn't have any explanation that what the material actually was, and it said that it will be suspended for 24 hours. And right after it I had a second email that said the same thing, probably some other song, perhaps, I'm not sure, the content wasn't that clear. And then the third email said that it has been removed, and I have to the points that they want to make me to make for them to appeal for the ban were like six things, and you need to like sign papers and send them to the United States to get the ban lifted. So it's kind of amazing. But that's basically what happened. my stream has been removed. I can't get it back, so I lost basically all my hard work. I had at that point I had over 100,000 views and over 700 followers. So it's kind of a hard blow for me, and I'm actually happy that we could get the stream up so quickly. Most of the thank yous go for you guys because you supported me so much. I was kind of down yesterday when I noticed this. I kind of sad, but there are basically two options. You either continue streaming or you don't. So I choose the better option for sure. And here we are. Anyone have something to say about this matter? Because that's basically everything that I'm gonna say about this.
I think just keep it short and sweet, really. Unfortunately.
Sorry, your volume is a bit low.
Okay, hang on.
I can talk meanwhile. Yeah, it's just nothing more to say. That's a really unfortunate happening. So, yeah, it's really the worst timing possible with match in Jordan. So really unlucky, and yeah, I just hope you keep on going. Don't stop because of bullshit.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, correct.
Is that better? Okay. Yeah, basically, I just think, unfortunately, it's happened, and hopefully we just put it behind us, and as you said, just improve the stream, make it even better, and I think really everyone who is here now is really showing a lot of support, and hopefully it just continues to grow.
Any comments from Sison, aka Bert?
Really, I mean, you told everything, and I think we should just move on now. And I think actually, okay, it happened at the point that you had 600 viewers, but I think potentially, I mean, you already have like 200 followers again. So I think in a matter of a week or something, you will get maybe 1,000. I really think you were just only starting. It will only get sky high from now on. So no problem. Okay, it happened, but no big deal.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best approach we can have. Not a biggie. We're just gonna continue doing our thing. We shouldn't let them basically affect what we're doing, except that we gotta be more careful about what we're gonna stream in the future, for sure. The only thing that amazes me is that they actually pinpointed one Age of Empires stream out of like 10,000 streams with more viewers. Not to mention that StarCraft 2 pros are like streaming all the time, playing copyrighted stuff. So that's the only thing that amazes me. But what happened, it happened, and we just gotta move on. At this point, I would also like to mention about the streaming thing that there have been a lot of new things in the streams lately. Like there has been people are just testing coaching. Then we have people actually helping us to make new layouts and everything. So the community is really taking up for this streaming thing, and they're helping us so much to actually improve our streams and service for the community. So at this point, I would like to thank everyone who has helped me during the week, and we have many great streamers at the moment. Like for example, Viper is streaming, right? He's bringing us quality content, and he's beating me in every stream of his. It's kind of humiliating. But it's okay. It's all great fun. Then we have Feech and RS streaming all the time. Then we have these new people streaming, like Malevolent Cloud started his stream lately. One of the things that I think have been discussed a lot, especially between experts who are really interested about the streaming thing, is that Age of Empires 1 has like 15,000 players in Vietnam, and that stuff is just like crazy, man. Come on! It was like Monday or Tuesday, and in the morning I was like browsing through the websites, and I was like, oh shit, is that Age of Empires at the front page of Twitch TV with like 6,000 viewers, and it was like 10 a.m. and I was like, what? Come on!
I think it was the most viewed stream at that time as well. So of all the streams on Twitch, Age of Empires 1 was the top. It's really good.
Yeah, so too, and not just one morning. It was like every morning of the week I saw Age of Empires 1 at the top of Twitch. So I think we can actually beat them. A little bit practice and we can beat them.
Yeah, for sure. But actually what was interesting that I contacted the manager of their stream service and I was like, hello, and he was like, hello. I was like, you guys have a lot of viewers at Age of Empires 1 and I'm from Age of Empires 2, and he was like, we don't talk about Age of Empires 2 here, man. And I was like, maybe you guys should try it, it's kind of funny game. And he was like, okay. And then I said that maybe could I add your stream to our website and maybe you want to take a look at the AOC Zone there. And he was like, okay. And then he checked it and he was quiet for a long time, but then meanwhile I added his stream there and he saw himself online there and he was like, this is very good and I will add you to my page. And so we might actually have AOC Zone linked at their Vietnamese website and we're gonna get a lot of more viewers from there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
That's
great.
quite cool.
Yeah.
Sure will.
I heard as well that the Vietnamese channel are actually looking for British broadcasters, well, English-speaking broadcasters as well.
Oh, that's kind of interesting, really.
Yeah, yeah.
That could
gotta
open
shop.
you new branches, definitely.
Okay, shall we move on then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just setting up the stream. I'm gonna throw you a small bait here first. Just give me a second.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about the battle for the #1 next. So it is, those of you who don't know, it's 1 versus 1 show match between two of the few best players in the world at the moment, Jordan and Doubt. Tyrant's sponsor has put up a $5,000 prize pool for the show match, and the winner basically takes all and loser takes nothing. And we were casting the games yesterday with Nilford, and the games had over 1,300 viewers, and the whole medieval siege was like going crazy because every room had like text that, yeah, Jordan, or go Doubt, or Jordan for the win, or something like that. And then Zach here at Zeroempires was hosting a room at Medieval Siege, and it had over 99 people in the room just chatting about the game. So it's pretty amazing, I think. What do you guys think about this phenomenon as a whole?
I think it's really awesome. The Medieval Siege lobby yesterday had over 1,000 people in it, and everyone was just going crazy. I think it really brought the community together actually as well, especially with getting 99 people in one game room. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it really encourages people. The activity just boosts with these events that take place, such like this. Everyone just gets happy and look forward to great games, and yeah, it increases the total community enjoyment of the game. So yeah, it's a really good event.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also think that it's only the beginning what we're doing here. I mean, you have like, I don't know how much your followers increased over the last week, let's say. I think it's just the beginning. You have like 600 followers. It's really going to skyrocket, and those events that we have now, like we had $5,000 for best of 21, is a good start. And I think it really, well, it's not going to stop here. It's good to revive Age of Empires, and I think there's a lot of people in the community who are, well, actually working on that, including you, of course. But it's only the beginning, so it's only going to get better and better.
I think the streaming really started getting kicked off as well with the Forgotten Empires. I think that was one of the first things that was being streamed. So I think that's another thing that the Forgotten Empires is kind of going to follow.
Funny enough, it is indeed when PH and Wack and I think also Viper streamed Forgotten Empires already. So yeah. Also,
yeah.
I looked at it that way.
Sorry?
No, it's okay.
Sorry, I just didn't hear you. My microphones were cutting off.
Okay.
Okay, so basically all agree that it's a very good thing, but what about the actual result of the games? So spoiler alert, it's gonna be spoilers, guys. Close your eyes now if you haven't watched the games yet. So Jordan is actually leading Doubt 4-3, and at one point it was already 3-0. So I think that's kind of an upset, because the young player of our community is actually trying to beat this living legend called Doubt. Any takers on this subject? I think Viper might have something to say about this matter.
Well, yeah, well, some people might think it was surprising. For me, it wasn't. I've been playing practice games with them both until up to these games, and yeah, they both feel quite. Their level are very equal. So, but I've had the unfortunate experience of playing against Jordan when he's at his best. So, it's not surprising at all to me that he actually took the lead so far. But Doubt made a nice comeback, and it's 4-3 at the moment. So. It will be really exciting to follow the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Viper, yeah. Who do you think's actually going to win this overall, Viper? Who's it going to be?
I must say, I think Jordan will win it.
Yes. I'm secretly rooting for Jordan as well.
Yeah.
But
Actually, we're all just rooting for Jordan, so Jordan is in a big party for Jordan.
definitely.
Actually, because I'm casting the games, I have to stay neutral. But if I weren't a caster of the games, I could maybe wish that Jordan would win it, just because I tend to call him my apprentice, but actually the apprentice has been the master for a long time already. So definitely I'm rooting for Jordan to win the games. Although I think that both guys are so great persons in the Age of Empires community, just because neither one of them cheats, they aren't abusive players, they're always mannered. Well, I had my incidents with Doubt, but everyone can understand that why those things happened, and it was in the heat of the moment. So they're both just great guys. What is your take on this subject that arose in the forums just yesterday? That some people were actually referring that either one of the players might have actually stream cheated during the games, or they were playing better when the stream was on. And I just gotta say that, come on, stop the bullshit already.
Yeah, it's just a random coincidence. Both of them are fair players. They don't cheat, and it's just a bad coincidence.
Yeah. I would like to take on what Viper said when he said that you have been unlucky because you have had to play Jordan in his best condition. And I talked a long time ago with Jordan, and actually I was saying that I'm so mad at myself that I didn't challenge the best players when I was at my peak. He said that he could have been 2,500 back then, and it's a while ago. So actually he's just been trying to get back to his peak shape that he had earlier. Actually that was during the time when I was being inactive. So it actually this is not a huge surprise to me, although I thought that Jordan's mental state would have been a lot worse than Doubt's in these games, just because Jordan is a young player, and I had to coach him a lot in the mental side when he was like 2K 100 player. So my thought was that his mental state will lose him the games. But yesterday it was actually other way around. It was Doubt that was getting shaken during the games. He was like, oh, this is not my day today. And that was kind of surprising for me, and I think that's gonna be a huge factor in the games in future.
Yeah, I'm in touch with Jordan before the games, between the games, and every time, and his mental state is really good. He's so focused, he's determined to win, and he actually believes himself that he's a better player than Doubt, and that definitely helps him. So yeah, I don't think he stands back to Doubt in the mental game. No, nothing at all.
I kind of tend to agree with what you said, that his mental state is very strong and he's focused, because we were supposed to have interviews before the games, but Jordan was the one player who said that no, actually when I think more closer, I gotta say that I can't do the interviews. I wanna just focus in the games. That actually paid off with the 3-0 start of the series, which was really strong performance by Jordan.
Yeah.
So it actually paid off, and he knows himself very well. So he seems to be
Yeah.
maturing as a player all the time, and that's a really good sign of a good player. So I'm pretty sure that Dowd and Chris and the others really have to fight for their spot on the light. And I think actually Zach might have a question here for the Viper.
Yeah. So, Viper, do you think you could take them both on?
I knew that was coming. But, well, I don't want to be cocky or anything, but I think I could give a damn good challenge to both of them.
Awesome. We can see some more best of 21s in the future then.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed, like in Viper's gameplay, is that you're like super fast. Your economy is super good. That's one of the things that you need to have if you want to be the best player. But you still haven't seen all the tricks, and I can see that you're not as mature player, for example, as Dowd and Chris and the Jordan, for example. So you have a small step to climb, and it's basically comes only through playing the best experts in the game. So you have all the time in the world, so use it well and get the first spot, because you definitely have the talent to do it. I'm just gonna try to follow you guys and not drop out from the wagon.
Well, you're back into training now anyway, Dreams, so you'll be up there again soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I had my 1,900 project like a week ago, and now I have my 2,200 project. So it's going really well, and especially when you consider that I'm playing the best players at the moment. I'm practicing with the Viper. Orion is giving me great practice. Even I'm getting my ass beat there, it's still great practice all the time to play with Orion. And then of course Dowd has been playing with me a lot, just raping me as Orion has. And well, I got a few games. I got few games from these guys, but they're gonna make mistakes sometime.
Yeah, you give a good challenge. It's a very good practice for me as well, so it's a win-win for both, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just trying to win with lame strategies, like special tactics all the time. And then you're like, oh, you can do that, and then I'm like, yeah, you can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So Tribal Wars 2012.
Yeah. Guys, what do you think about the Tribal Wars at the moment? Now that the sign-ups have closed, we have under 50 teams, and our prediction was that we would have over 50 teams signed up. So what do you guys think? What's the reason behind this? Is the community actually smaller, or is it something about the settings or something like that? What do you guys think?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what's happened, but I'm mostly surprised about the fact that the Chinese teams are totally missing out. I might have missed something in the forums, but like I didn't see Tim or anything. Maybe they're making a big Smurf team or something like that, but at first sight I didn't see them. So I don't know if the news got to the Chinese community or to other communities, I don't know. So I don't know what happened there. I don't think it's the map to blame, because Nomad is quite an easy map to play, in fact. Or maybe that's exactly the reason why they don't like it, but I don't think it should be any valid reason for the Chinese team to miss it out.
I think the sign-up window was really small as well. I think, how long were the sign-ups? They were just over a week, I think.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. So that wasn't a massive window. And although, as you just said, really not got any Chinese players, I was surprised really at how many still did enter. 50 is a large number still. That's a lot of teams.
Yeah, well, I think the community has been a long time, obviously now, and it still lasted way too long, in my opinion. And it's been the community has been quite quiet after that. So I think they want to rush this tournament a little bit, so we can action in the community again. And hence that's why we had a smaller sign-up process. And I'm sure more things will come after that. So I don't think it's anyone should be worried about the community just because there's around 50 teams signed up. It's still a good amount, so we will have a good tournament here.
Also, bear in mind, these are going to be 4v4 LN games. So there's going to be so many games being played. And also, the games are going to be quite long as well. So, well, we assume most of them are going to be quite long.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think important factor is that we rust the signups and we just don't throw around dates that when we're gonna organize. We actually think that why we should do like a small sign up deadline. So that was our intentional solution, and it's just because the reason why we made those hype threads about more upcoming tournaments was just to activate the community and tell them and like tell them like it is that we are gonna have more tournaments. Don't be worried about this one tournament because we have more to come. So that is the reason for the hyped threats that we made earlier. And now we are having a small sign-up deadline because we want to keep this tournament short. That is our main goal now. This tournament has to be short. Just because the World Clan League 7, I don't want our best players and those who actually play the tournaments to think that these tournaments take like 8 months of their life. That's a huge time to be committed to play a tournament, which means you need to play one game one set like every week, and that's a huge commitment for 8 months when you think about it. So we want to keep this short, like it's gonna be like 4 months or something. So I think we're gonna have a tournament here. I think we do have a tournament here, just because we have so much players and so good teams signed up. And I would like to take on what Siton Bert here said just a moment ago, that there are no Chinese teams. There's only I think there's only one Chinese team playing in this tournament. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I have some inside information. It seems that some Chinese clans are actually breaking up at the moment. They are just trying to reform, and it probably happened right before the sign-ups started. So that might be one reason why there are no Chinese clans involved in this tournament. And they're just looking for their place now, and I'm pretty sure that for the future tournaments they are gonna have strong teams when they actually realize that the tournaments are gonna be shorter and the prize pools are gonna be like outrageous. As you can see, we have a 15k Land Nomad tournament. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. For like Chinese, that's probably 2 years of hard labor. So
yeah,
I mean, to actually play.
Yeah. We shouldn't laugh about it, but that's how it is actually. So.
No, that's how it is. I'm absolutely not laughing about it. That's how it is.
Yeah, it's true.
No,
it's true.
reason.
It's true.
I was reading through this sign-up thread the other day, and I actually got really excited. Some of the players that are actually going to be taking part are really great, and I think it's going to provide a lot of really good recordings and a lot of really good games as well.
Yeah, I think also this is an opportunity for you see, for example, RV signed top player other teams onto their team now, so they have a real strong roster. But this means that the other teams actually have the chance to jump up and take the other spots in the grand finals and such. So it should be a really big inspiration for other teams to step up.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. And I think RVK, well, I'm in RVK, so I'm kind of biased to say anything, but it's kind of a built team roster, you know. I won't start lying and saying that no, we're the best friends forever, but it's actually one of those built clans that appeared before the tournament. But although we have factors that actually unite us, so we have all known each other for a long time, and we have played a lot of games between each other. So it's not like we're like, okay, who are the best players? We take this, but we actually think about it and thought that like we get along with these players. We are good in the same team. We play together. We have the similar playing style, and we get along well. And that's how RVK actually formed here. And one of the main reasons that RVK was formed was to take Tyrants down. So you guys better watch your back. It's all good competition anyway. So it's gonna just make it a lot interesting. It's not gonna be like that we're gonna just think about who's gonna become second and third and fourth, but it's actually that everything's open at the moment. So, what do you guys think about Cap joining the Tyrant team? I think Viper might have something to say about it.
Repeat the question.
We have a Tyrant Cab, KKAB, joining your team now.
Your sound dropped now.
Sorry?
You gotta repeat your the and I'll pick up what you said.
Yeah, I think your sound is breaking up, or is it my sound that is breaking up?
I can hear you now.
Okay, now I can hear you too. So I was saying that Cap is joining Tyrant team now and is acting as your captain, even he was supposed to be retired. So how do you feel about it? He's a great player, in my opinion, one of the best land nomad players of all time.
The land.
Sorry?
Yeah, to me he's a god of Age of Empires. His knowledge is so deep, and he sees things that no one else sees. And I'm really looking forward to his analysis for the game. He usually makes analysis of the other team and what players' weaknesses are and such. He showed us what analysis he had made us for the A games in WCL, and that was an interesting read. And he's spot on every single detail. So I'm really looking forward to having him on my team. And yeah, not to mention he's the best normal player ever, in my opinion, so it's gonna be really fun.
You actually make it sound way too hard for us. But I actually tend to agree with you about Cap's skills, and he's a very like calculative player. Oh, he's yelling to his brother now. Don't be mad at him, bro.
Do not, Pokemon. One second, I gotta chase my little brother away. He's came down with some of his friends.
Okay, sure, no problem.
No worries.
Yeah, as I was saying, that Cap is a really calculative player.
I have a really...
Sorry?
I have a stupid question, actually. The guy we're just talking about, how would you pronounce his name? Because in my mind, I always say kebab. So, yeah. Because, I don't know. How would you say K-cap or whatever?
Maybe.
K-cap. Okay.
K-cap, I'd say.
Yeah, I think
stick to kebab.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Jordan's pronunciation was like kebab stylish. I think. Actually,
okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm back, by the way.
Much better.
Okay, so I was just explaining that Cap is probably one of the most calculative players, and who actually takes Age of Empires. He's taking Age of Empires as professional and as calculative as you can, and I think the best players should be just like him. Of course, they should be a little bit faster and just sacrifice more hours to practice, but otherwise Cap is the prototype of the best player in Age of Empires, in my opinion. He's so good.
Yeah, I totally agree.
He just nails all the timings. He just researches other players so carefully. He knows every timing of the other player. He knows that when he's gonna bring his first 3 scouts in your base and stuff like that. I can't mention more because I'm gonna piss off Cap because I'm telling these things, but he's a really good player. He's top 3 player in my opinion. If he just practices and plays. He never participates in the tournaments unless he uses a Smurf nickname or something. But he's one of the best players, definitely. So I think that's a great addition to Tyrant team that he's playing in Tyrant for this season, or at least being a captain for a Tyrant team.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay. And today we're gonna, now we're gonna actually get to our main topic here, which is gonna be the Forgotten Empires, and I think Syson's gonna be our director at this point, but actually I have a few questions for you about the Forgotten Empires. Would you believe that if I told you that I have questions for you?
I hope you have questions, so...
Who doesn't have questions?
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
I came for nothing.
Yeah. Okay, I have actually prepared something for you. So my first question actually is that what is Forgotten Empires? What is it?
What is it? It's a new expansion for Age of Empires 2, the Conquerors, or Age of Kings. Um, I've been following the stream, the chat next to the stream the whole time, and saw a lot of questions like, what is it actually? Is it a mod? Is it an expansion? Is it a patch? Um, well, I'm calling it an expansion the whole time. There's a few reasons for this. Technically, it's a mod because what we're doing is modding the game, modifying the game, adding new stuff, blah blah blah. But the only difference between a mod and an expansion is actually the official seal of approval from Microsoft. So that's the only difference there is really. And if the quality is good enough, then I don't see any reason to not call it an expansion. So I think it's an expansion, and let's stick to that.
That's actually really great to hear that it's not gonna be just left in the mod level. That's kinda something that's made like from fan base, and it's never not gonna be anything official. But if you're actually gonna give something like Microsoft approval, it's gonna be so huge. It's gonna be so huge for the whole game. And I think the groundwork that we are doing now with Age of Empires, we're actually trying to get involved in the social media, and this way we might get some kind of advertising base for the Forgotten Empires. And I'm sure you have plans for the advertising too, but this is just one way to do it, I think.
Well, indeed, I mean, I have a lot of things planned and prepared in my mind. I'm also working on a lot of things to actually get it launched and to probably get something more official out of it. But we have to start low, so that's what we're doing now. And as you also mentioned, the social media part in the description. So for the people who are watching the stream, so in the description, underneath Zeroempires, there's a link to the Facebook page. Yeah, indeed. Zero is pointing away. Is a link to the Facebook page of Forgotten Empires, and there we post everything, all the news. Also, this stream was announced there, so if you want to follow progress, keep a heads up, see how everything is going to evolve, then you can just follow us, be a fan, like us.
Yeah, definitely follow the Facebook page because there's a lot of new information on there and you'll be kept up to date with what's going on.
Yeah, guys, if you want to be part of Forgotten Empires development and keep an eye on it, you're gonna get information about new units, races, everything related to Forgotten Empires. Perhaps a demo at some point. Come on, guys, it's the publishing. Shouldn't it be published in 2012, right?
Yeah,
right?
Indeed.
Okay.
It's planned to be released this year.
Okay, excellent news. So guys, click on the link under the channel window in the description, and actually Zeroempires is gonna paste it in the chat in just a moment. Click on it and like the page. Do it, guys.
Can I plug my channel here as well?
Sure, do whatever you have to do.
Every Tuesday I'm putting a new video out on my YouTube channel, an in-depth look at each new civilization as well. So if you want to see it on there, then you can go and have a look for yourself as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like Zeroempires is like the official department heads of the marketing team of Forgotten Empires.
That sounds...
Nice title. I just came up with it. But...
Way too official.
Okay, okay. But actually, if when we think about it, what actually inspired you to start the Age of Empires Forgotten Empires project? And how long have you actually been spending time on this already at this point?
Well, I started in August, so last year. It's been quite a while already. The reason why I started is actually, well, quite a stupid reason. I was looking through... okay, something funny in the chat. Fuck off, Fosse. So, okay, I was browsing at Heaven Games, and they have this, big forum, big archive of all Age of Empires stuff. And I was reading through the modding section, and there was like a question that kept coming back, like, is it possible to add new civs to Age of Empires? And, well, the answer was always no, it's impossible, it can't be done, don't even bother about it. And then I was like, okay, that's a nice challenge, let's take a look at it, let's see if it works out. And then I started Google, try to find info, because it couldn't be impossible. And then I came across like a Chinese forum that were also doing research to add new civs. And they actually got them somewhere, and then I just started at that point and tried to look further and further. And then, I don't know, after a few days I managed to add a new civ. So I was like, whoa, I think I can do something with this. So then I started to post at the AOC Zone like, hey guys, what can we do? I found out that it's possible to add a new civ. Can we do something with it? And then people were like, yeah, add those, add this, add that, blah, blah, blah. They all wanted to see a civ from their country, of course. Was like, add Argentina. I was like, yeah, okay. All those things. I'm not gonna add Finland, by the way, just don't ask it.
Yeah, well, you could like add like Finlanders or something like that. Not Finland exactly, but like Finlanders or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I think there was actually those times there was a Finnish force called Hakkapeliitas or something like that. So you might want to consider it. It was a cavalry army or something like that. I'm not sure about that. Never mind.
Okay.
I think everyone wants their country in the game, and I don't think it's going to be possible to get every single country in there. So if your country's not in Age of Empires, I'm afraid it's not going to be.
Yeah, indeed. I didn't put my own country in, so don't even bother to ask for your own country, unless it was really impressive.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I don't want to upset anyone. Okay.
Okay. So actually, when you think about it, how much have you already sacrificed to start doing the game, or when to this point, how much have you sacrificed of your time and money and everything?
Well, I sacrificed finding a decent job from August till yesterday I was a bartender at a restaurant, and it was like, that doesn't work out. I mean, that's no professional career. By day I'm pouring cokes and I'm putting milk in coffee, and at night I'm managing a team of 40 people to create a new expansion. That's like, what the fuck am I doing there? Giving drinks to people, I was standing there every night like, what the hell am I doing here? But it was really nice because I had a lot of time to spend on the project. But okay, I stopped it. Yesterday was my last day as a bartender, and from next week on, I'm going to work for Nintendo. So
Whoa,
that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I mean, and also I think, it's because I've been working on this Age of Empires project that I had something nice to show on my CV, like, hey, I'm making a new game. And then I was like, okay, cool.
I'm actually really jealous. You get to go to Germany to work with Nintendo. That's just awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna play games for a living, so there's worse things to do.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. That's like every boy's dream. Every 25-year-old boy's dream. Okay.
So, Sijin, when you started the project, did you have any idea just how big it would become and how much impact it would have on the community?
No. Absolutely fucking no idea. I'm sorry for cursing the whole time, Roland. I'm sorry. No, I had absolutely no idea. I mean, I started with, just messing around. The only idea I had was like, okay, I can look at existing modding projects, see what they added. But I was like, okay, I can't make units by myself. How the hell I'm going to find new voices? How the hell all those things.
I don't know, it's actually cutting you off. I can't hear anything.
Sound disappeared to me.
Big. That's the real reason it's getting big. And I mean, even last week, I mean, it was a really nice thing last week. I was we were talking in the beta forums like, could we do something with the soundtrack? Like, could we make a new soundtrack for Age of Empires starting music, maybe the whole music track to play throughout the game. And then someone hooked me up with a German guy who is a professional composer, and he makes video game soundtracks for a living. And he was like, yeah, I might want to join the team. I can make some soundtrack for free if you want. And I was like, okay, whoa. And it's exactly those people, those things that actually make game getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's not anything I expected when I started it.
You said earlier you're managing a team of 40 people now, and so many people helping in so many different ways.
Well, yeah, if you can include the testing team, it's 40 people, because the testing team itself is 20 people, so yeah. That's a big...
Could you talk a little bit about the voice?
Excuse me?
Could you talk a little bit about the voices for the villagers and the military units when you click on them?
Oh, yeah, that's really nice. I mean, like the Hungarian sets of that was really the nicest so far. It was like a friend of a friend of a friend who worked at a TV studio, and he was like, I can make record the voices in a professional environment, and well, feel free to use them. And I don't know where exactly all the effects came from, because Richard, who is also on the beta team, he manages all those things, and all the voices come in. I'm not always sure where they come from, but the quality is even better than in Age of Empires 2. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's really, really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know you want to.
Yeah, I was just saying that I think that might be one of your primary goals, to have like a better quality overall compared to the Age of Empires: The Conquerors expansion, just so that you can actually call it like an expansion and like a improved version.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it's also funny because I had a blog about it last week. Like, is it really an expansion? And I made like a list, things that were added to the Conquerors expansion and things that were added to Forgotten Empires. And in terms of what they added and what we added, it was quite similar actually. So we're really on the good way.
Definitely. You want to make this expansion just as good, if not better, than the Age of Conquerors expansion for the Age of Kings.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've been saying it for a long time now, but if the Forgotten Empires is not going to be better than the Conquerors, I'm not going to release it. So it really must be better.
So all of you guys out there who want it to be released now, just be patient, because it's going to be worth it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
So, okay, I was just... Viper, you've not really said much for a while, so we want your opinion on the expansion pack, really. And obviously you're on the beta team, and what are you on it so far?
Well, I'm really impressed with first of all, I'm impressed with the work Bert has done. It's really impressive how much he dedicates himself to this project. So yeah, no one should take for granted how much time he has put into this and actually complain about making the expansion. It's really, it's just, if it's not better, we will go back to the Conquerors. I will tell you now, it will be better. So no doubt in my mind that everyone will start playing the Forgotten Empires in time.
Awesome.
Yeah, actually, one of the things that I remember when I first time saw Bert's thread for Forgotten Empires, I was like, okay, this is one of these threads again. I have seen like 50 threads with similar content and people like saying that, hey, we should create a new expansion, guys. I think it's possible. And then they're like, okay, it's not possible after all. That has always been the result of those threads. And I gotta admit that I didn't even reply the thread at the start. I was so I had such a prejudice against the project that I was like, this is one of those failures that's just gonna waste people's time and make them think that they can actually have something. But now that I have seen that what kind of like production is behind the project and how long it has already gone and how professionally it has been handled, I'm like giving my 100% support at the moment. I'm like giving everything I can to help this project to succeed, just because I know that this is gonna be something really great. If we're just gonna, if there's not gonna be any copyright problems or something like that, it's gonna just go wild. It's gonna be so huge thing for the whole Age of Empires 2 community, and we need to take good care of it. It's gonna be our only child for, I think, at least for all of us, it's gonna be our only child at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. With the whole the Age of Empires revival, as I've been calling it. Obviously now we've got streaming, and I think when Age of Empires: The Forgotten Empires is released, so many more people are going to come back to the game because it's something new.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey,
I would like to talk, now that I mentioned about the copyright issue, have you contacted Microsoft about this matter?
We are talking, or well, it's kind of a touchy subject. Copyright and Microsoft, they know about the project. That's what I can say. Microsoft knows about the project. What's going to happen, we will see. You know, Microsoft recently really expressed interest in the whole Age of Empires series. They relaunched a few old titles, ported them to Steam to boost the popularity again. And Age of Empires 2 is the only one they haven't touched yet. So we will see what happens, but I'm quite sure that something's going to happen with Microsoft eventually.
Okay, so we basically have to just wait for that day, and eventually we will know also that what is gonna happen. So I'm pretty sure that we're all gonna be very excited for that day, and it's gonna take direction to either one of them. So we just hope that it goes forward after that decision.
definitely.
Now that we have talked about these matters, I would like to talk about what you actually wanted to do with Forgotten Empires. What would you like to see in the Forgotten Empires that's not in Age of Empires through the Conquerors expansion?
Was that a question to the people in chat, or?
No, that was a question for you. That what you, as a director and producer of the Forgotten Empires, wanted to see.
Ooh, I really didn't think about the question.
We can come back. If you like, we can come back to that one.
Yeah, probably. We'll,
I can answer some to that.
Okay.
Basically, what I personally want with this new expansion is just a balancing of the whole game. You added those overpowered civs like Huns, Mayans, Mongols. We want to balance them more towards the lower civs. So it will encourage people to be more creative. They will make new strategies, new civ combos, and it will encourage people to use other civilizations in tournaments as well. So yeah, basically, for my part, it's just bringing the game on a balance level, not so one-sided. That's going to be huge with this new expansion. So it's going to be, yeah, really great.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, one of the things, as Viper mentioned, is indeed balance, but I think it goes a little bit further. Like, one of the things we're going to add is new unique technologies for civs. So from now on, all civs have unique technologies. The reason for that is not balance, but to open the possible tactics that every civ can play. Like, if you play StarCraft or chess, just chess, there's like many ways to open the game, to start the game. So many more tactics. While in Age of Empires, if you are watching a Kelp or something on a closed map, then you're like, okay, he's going to boom and he's going to make siege with boat raiders or halberdiers. And then you're going to watch 30 minutes of him booming and actually getting that combination. And there's no surprise at all. So for people watching that, and probably also for people playing that, that's quite limiting. And if we can add an more balance and a fun, unique deck, it can be spiced up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Zach.
I was just saying, there's so many predictable things that are going to happen in a game. Like you said, each civilization, you kind of know what's going to happen before the game even starts. And I think you're really trying hard now to really make it possible to do other things and try new strategies that haven't been seen before.
Yeah, and one of the big things, one of the changes we made at this point is nerfing walls. So walls take a lot longer to build now. And the big reason for that is that it will open a lot of new possible tactics and strategies. Because now, even on Arabia, people can, if you watch those Chinese team play Arabia in the WCL, it was like, let's wall hold the map, boom, and let's play. And it's Arabia, it's the most open map, it should be rushable, That's the principle of the map, and I really want to go back to what the maps are about. If you want to play a close map, you go play Back Forest. If you play a rush map, you play Arabia, and you can really rush, and you don't want to bang your head against the wall. And that's what I really want to bring back.
Yeah,
back to the essence.
Yeah, I'm actually just. One of the things that worried me a lot was the balance issue that Viper already mentioned, and I think that is one of the most important parts, at least from top players' opinion or top players' point of view. That's one of the most important things to consider when actually making the patch. And I thought that it's gonna be like in an impossible mission to try to balance everything. If you add more civilizations, you add more units, then you nerf something, then you boost something, and then you're trying to make a whole, and then you're trying to make a complete game. At that point, I thought that it would be like an impossible mission, but if you guys have a great beta team already, or is it alpha team? I'm not sure, or is it already in beta?
It's beta team.
Okay. So a great beta team and already very good talented players there. And then if the game is gonna have a support for a long time, like you guys stay active with the testing and you keep making new patches after the first version has been released, I think it's just gonna be a great game. I have complete trust on that, but that's probably one of your main concerns also, the overall balance of the game.
Yeah, well, I don't know, you said it, there's a great beta team, and I think at this point we already have quite a good balance. Okay, yesterday I accidentally made a version with cavalry archers with 500 range. That was wrong. That's not balanced, but okay, shit happens, But overall, I think without the stupid thing I do, actually have a fairly balanced thing.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but...
There's a lot of talk at the moment about the Incas being quite unbalanced. Do you think you're going to be looking into that?
Yeah, if the battle team can play more Inca wars, then yes. But I think activity in the team will boost again soon. A lot of guys said, I have time now to play, so that's going to be quite awesome. And after the $5,000 match between Jordan and Dowds, Jordan said that he was really going to dedicate a lot of time to the Forgotten Empire, so I think that will really, really boost it.
I've just realised actually we haven't said exactly what the new civilizations are yet.
Oh, that's actually
We should probably go through that.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. I don't even have to ask that. Just go ahead. Tell us.
Okay, yeah, but I don't want to make a monologue, okay? Let's see.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
there's five new cities. Most of us know it already. There's the Italians, the Incas, the Indians, the Magyars, or the Hungarians, and Slavs, so Eastern Europe, pretty much. Um, most of them, well, all of them have at least one unique unit. Italians have two unique units at the moment, and for the rest we also added a new siege unit, and probably more. I don't know all the things I added by heart, but well, that's pretty much it for the Sith.
Awesome. And also one of the big changes is the new population limit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. That's going to be a tricky one. The Siths, what am I saying? The population limit has been boosted to 250. This actually boosts a lot of Siths. I was like in the forums at AOC Zone. I was looking through the replies, and people said like, "Yeah, you're changing a lot of Siths, but gods aren't getting anything." But with the 250 pop limit, gods will have a much easier time to fill those extra 50, 60 for them.
Yeah.
So indirectly, it even changes balance a lot, in fact.
Yeah.
So I don't know the exact consequences of it yet, and also, you have to focus with, well, rebalance your economy a bit. Viper probably knows by heart how many guys on food and wood he needs for certain Siths late game. Yes, of course, but well, that's going to be changed a little bit. So
Yeah.
it's going to be really challenging.
Yeah. I wanted to ask the Viper at this stage actually. How do you think the new 250 population limit will affect your games? Would they make the games longer in general, or will it really affect your play style?
I don't think it will affect the 1 against 1 that much at all, actually. But for team games in maps that lasts more than 1 hour, it will definitely turn into who can keep the 250 pop going all the time. So yeah, it's going to be changing as the macro becomes way more important than it already is. So yeah, you got 50 other single units you have to control. So it's really going to be a tough challenge for most people, but it's a really fun addition. So it's really fun.
I think on closed maps especially, it's going to be more challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could actually think right out of the bat that you're gonna have we can build a oversaturated economy compared to what we can do now, and then you can just basically start sacrificing units and start crumbling your economy just through the raiding and just kind of throwing your units away, but still you have more time to concentrate on your economy, and you don't have to pay so much attention to your military and scenarios like this, so it's gonna be actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, but one thing is the slinging possibilities. If, for example, Vikings, Booms, and they can have 250 villagers and trade carts and just sling a Mongol, so the Mongols can have, you can have 200 Mangudai running around. So it's really
you can't kill that man.
Yeah, exactly. That's another issue, but yeah.
Unless you have 200 Zeroempires,
well,
then it's possible to kill it. like Zeroempires everywhere. Okay, but now that we talk about 250 population, and it kind of reflects to this issue, so I would like to ask that how is the gameplay gonna change in Forgotten Empires compared to Age of Empires? You actually said already something about it regarding the walls and stuff, but is it gonna be more aggressive or more defensive? Is macro gonna be more important in the game? I would like to hear Viper's and Syson's and of course Zach's opinion on this. What do you think?
Well, okay, the goal I'm working to is, well, pretty much as you said, bring the maps back to what they were. So Arabia is a Russian map, people should be able to rush. What I also want to, well, bring back a bit is well, overall the overall gameplay won't really change. I mean, it's Age of Empires. Age of Empires is good.
Okay,
First fight is brother.
just one moment. We have Swine here. He's the administrator of AOC Zone. He's basically one of the fathers of AOC at the moment. Hi Swine, how you doing, man? What a great guy.
Now you guys do the talking.
Okay, it would be actually funny to have a chat with Swine in some other episodes, just because AOC Zone actually came out when the times were really rough for the whole Age of Empires community. It was actually during the times when I think ITC was turning into Woobly and AOC group just died. So that is when AOC Zone came up with, I think it was AOC Games, another website, and they started competing between each other, and we both kind of respected each other, and it was a fair competition. But in the end, AOC Zone just grew much larger than the other website. And actually, our kind of fair competition and encouraging people to compete has actually made us the best website for the community at the moment. But I always hope that there would be new websites. They can be similar, but of course I would hope that they would have like more specific areas where they would be the best website for the community. So hopefully we see competition, and Swine has to like code his ass off at one point again.
Okay, so we were talking before about the new things in the expansion, carrying on with Bert.
Well, I don't know where exactly I was talking about.
Sorry.
Well, of course, the walls, bringing back the real game, and also something I've been considering. It's not done yet, but if you see the change from AOP, Age of Kings, to the Conquerors, they see that, well, the smarter villagers, the farm queue, those are things that actually made people have to focus less on economy and more on battle. That was really a great change, and I don't know if that change can be, brought a little bit further. I don't know if it's possible, but I think it would make Age of Empires a lot more fun, especially to occasional players who just like to fight and microing your sheep or lumber if you need it to be a top player. But occasional player would be like, yeah, what the fuck? I just want to cut that tree. I don't care if I can micro my tree. Some new players, it's really amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't know how we're gonna tackle that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
You spoke about adding a new AI as well.
Oh yeah, okay. I want to say words to the AI community. They're now watching too. Hello, Scottish Hero and all the others.
Oh, shout-outs, I like that.
They're incredibly smart guys, and they're really making good AIs for Conquerors expansion. Those AIs will also work on Forgotten Empires mostly. But I mean, I played some of those AIs, and I really think with enough work, they can beat 1700 rated players easily. So I really think there's a lot of potential in the AIs they're developing. So let's see how that works out.
Yeah, when we were talking about economy and how they improved it from Age of Kings to Age of Conqueror, the expansion, I think one way to actually improve the economy is to improve the AI of the villagers. And for example, when you look at the StarCraft, I'm not sure if you have played StarCraft, but for example, you can like do drone stacking in Age of, in StarCraft. You can they don't bump to each other, for example. That's like one way, but it would take a lot away from what Age of Empires is at the moment. So I'm not sure if that's an option, but maybe that's something that you already have considered. So actually, I was talking kind of in vain, but Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say something else, but I can't remember. I'll put it later.
So, Viper, what's your favourite things about the expansion at the moment?
I really love the inbuilt widescreen already, so that's going to be huge
True.
for everyone.
That's huge.
And yeah, basically we had a couple of things. We had the free cartography from Feudal Age. We tried out. That was really, I really enjoyed it, but I can see how it gets a little bit unbalanced somehow, and it ruins kind of for scenario players and start editing maps. It gets really hard, so I think that is changed back. Bert had a little edit. He let out a new release some days ago, so I think he fixed it back in that. But yeah, I really love the new civs and basically everything about it. It's just new units, new civs, new balance issues. So you get to try out new strategies. You can play Eagle Warriors from Pocket, and that can work out perfectly well. So there's just a lot of new things to try out. I haven't been able to try it out all yet, but I'm sure I will before we reach the next stage in the progress.
Okay, that's just excellent to hear. Excellent to hear. I think I already mentioned in one of your streams that what the problem could be with the cartography, and I think that's one of the reasons that you already cancelled it at one point. Just because basically, I think that scouts, for example, they can become way too powerful just because you can coordinate, and you will always have the map awareness compared to the other players who, for example, have a more mobile army. So it would be kind of hard to control, I think.
But then again, you have if you play on a team with a Chinese player who doesn't speak English, there's the issue again.
Okay,
you can't communicate with him. So if you have Carto free from Feudal Age, you can see everything it does, even though it doesn't speak a word English. So there's really just a lot of pros and a lot of cons for free cartography. But yeah.
So at the moment, the free cartography has gone back to you have to research it.
Yeah, you have to research it in the market, but it's free. You just click it like Spice, and it researches instant.
Okay, that sounds a lot more reasonable, and yeah, I think that might be a good option. But I will leave it to you because you are the pros now, and you will probably think about everything on that matter. So I have a full trust on that.
We try.
I think the Forgotten Empires is going to help out as well with regards to streaming and replays of games as well. The fact that it's widescreen now as well is going to have a lot of appeal to new people who are going to come to the game. And also the fact that, as you said, Arabia is now, you're going to be able to rush because you're going to have less war. It's going to make it more exciting to watch, and I think that's really going to help overall as well.
Sison, are you gonna address the issue with the recorded game speed that we have at the moment? That basically, if you put the fastest possible mode in recorded games, it's basically the speed is determined by the speed of your computer. And for example, for me, it's like impossible to watch it on fastest speed, and the normal speed is way too slow.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that's indeed a problem. I had it too. I noticed it when I got a new computer. I was gonna watch my first track and it was over before I even noticed it. So that wasn't really a learnful experience. But well, technically it should be possible to play a record at like double speed or triple speed or whatever. So I think those things can be edited. They haven't been edited yet, but technically it is possible.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds great.
I know I've spoke to you so much about things that I'd like to see personally, and I've always said to you every time, is this possible? And you've always said, yes, it's possible, but it's going to be so hard to do. So 5v5, yes or no?
Yeah. My favorite sentence is, it is technically possible, but if I say that, it doesn't mean anything yet.
So there's talk about maybe 5v5 and maybe a spectator mode. Do you think that possibilities of that are going to be high or low, or what do you think?
That's really tricky. I mean, 5 versus 5, I mean, I thought about it a lot. Technically, the engine is prepared to play with 7 versus 7. That's how a lot of functionality is written to play 7 versus 7. But, you know, the network architecture is super old. I mean, even in 4 versus 4 games nowadays, you have a lot of drops. I don't think it will be worth it to actually extend the game so much. So I'm really gonna put that on the low side.
Okay.
But the spectator modes and co-op, it's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I think it can be improved, and it would really, really, really help the future of Age of Empires. But
Yeah.
as said, it's still technically possible to do it, but you know what that means.
Yeah. I mean, if you had a stream, for instance, where, so, say for instance, Dreams was streaming, and he was co-oping with someone, and he could see the whole map and what everyone was doing, that would just be so good.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
So it's gonna happen, right? Right?
Yeah.
We need it, man. We need it, man. We need some kind of spectator mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
We have full trust on you that we will do everything that you
Yeah.
can.
Of course, we do want to release it in 2012, and some things might not be possible
Yeah.
by that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
guys, do you have something regarding the Forgotten Empires that you would like to say? Of course, I'm gonna kind of sum up the whole thing after this talk. I'm gonna mention about the Facebook link, but do you have anything else you would like to talk about?
I take that as a
Ah,
no.
yeah, that's a good question, actually.
Uh,
Actually, I will ask it because someone wanted me to ask about it. In the future, in the new expansion that you're making, is it actually possible to reduce the lag that is in the games?
Yes. We actually managed, well, if you look at the data structures in well, of Empires, graphics, access files that are loaded, and they are totally unnecessary. So in the latest beta version, I removed all those things, and I hope, I haven't tested it in full detail yet, but I really hope it will reduce lag. It will be CPU lag, so that's going to be good for all computers and people from other countries, like Chinese players who probably have older computers, etc. For them it's going to be really good. And I also think that the water naval battles really have a lot less lag at this point. But we still have to test it, so the beta team is probably will be forced by me to play a Michi game or something like that. Don't think they like it, but okay, it needs to be tested because it will be really interesting to see if it's a living hell or if it's actually better. But we will see.
Okay, okay.
okay.
How about the small issues with the save and exit situation, for example, or dropping the game and then restoring the game and you can't record the game anymore? How about these small issues that actually have been tried to fix in the 1.1 version already? Are they going to be implemented in Forgotten Empires?
I didn't quite understand that, but I think you were talking about user patch and how it will be implemented in Forgotten Empires.
Did you say unit patch?
User patch.
I'm not sure if I was talking about it because I don't know what it is, but I was just mentioning.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay, great.
Okay, so yeah, the guys from user patch, so 1.1, they fix a lot, and everything they fix will be in Forgotten Empires too, because what they do is simply amazing. So, well, everything that is done there will be seen in Forgotten Empires too.
Okay, that's just great news for us all, because there has been debating about implementing 1.1 to Wobbly at some point, but I think they haven't reached an agreement or they haven't made the final version of the 1.1 yet, so Wobbly is not adding it yet to their servers, but we'll just have to wait, and it's gonna be we will know when they know, I think. So we'll just have to wait for it. Okay, anything else regarding it?
Excuse me?
I'm just asking everyone that anything regarding Forgotten Empires that you would like to say.
I think we covered most of
it
it.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too, because I'm speechless at the moment. Although, there's something I would like to ask. How is your production crew at the moment? Do you have enough beta team members? Do you need help at some areas? Because now is a good time to shout out if you wanna do it.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, the main problem is always graphics. We have a new graphics set for the Italians, which was mainly done by an old modding project, and like half of the buildings have been updated by, well, just nice people who can find their way through Photoshop. But we're also, well, looking at extending, well, we have the Slavs and the Indians, and making a full building set for those two civs would be incredibly awesome, but that's you know, a lot of work. I have one guy, I don't know if he's watching, a really great guy, and he wants to help out in making a full new building set, if possible. But if there would be like 3D modelers around here, really feel free to contact me for you know, more stuff to help out with the graphics, because those are really the key part at this point.
Okay, so if someone wasn't paying attention, pay attention now. Sizen needs 3D modelers to help him with the graphics in Forgotten Empires. Do it! Do it, man! Do it! We all have support on you, and we all have our trust on you, so do it. What about the beta team members?
We always look for people who want to join beta team. The requirements at this point are really, really high, because I think the overall balance is pretty much set. But like things like the overpowered cavalry archers, I mean, it took like 9 years of online gameplay to actually discover that. And I'm not going to test this game for 9 more years before releasing it. So I really want to have really, really high-rated players to, well, find those little things really fast. And that's why I'm like, okay, the last people who joined the beta team were like Jordan, Hassan, I don't know, Russo, he was also one of the more recent people who joined. And I mean, those are the people who can really find things right on the spot. I hope so,
Yeah.
at least.
So a shout out to all our experts to go help Sizen. There's a great beta testing team there. They're all having fun. They all love each other's there, and they stream games and play and have fun. So go make sure that you take part on their beta team. Myself, I don't have time enough at my hands at the moment, but for sure I might fill the application someday, just to try if I could join.
And there's
Yeah. Okay, so we've got
okay,
a... Sorry, go on.
go ahead. I've been talking too much.
I was going to say we've got some user questions as well that people have sent in, and we've got 3 here. The first one is there an imbalance between civilizations in deathmatch games, and what can be done about it?
Well, that's actually something that will be, you know, put off till the end a bit, because we first have to test the random map balance. Like Koreans, for instance, they're absolutely horrible in the first ages in random maps. I don't think they're picked on any map at all, except maybe Michi or something, but that's worthless. So there is no balance for Koreans. So we try to, you know, give them a little boost in the early ages, but also that will influence their later ages. But not before we can figure out the early ages, we can move on to the later ages. I hope that was clear, but we will work on it. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
Okay, so you are actually addressing this issue and you are aware of it, if I understood correct.
I am aware of it, and we will address it, but at this point, we still have to work on the map balance. Of course, we keep it in mind. That's first thing first.
Okay.
Awesome. So the second question from I don't know who actually sent these in. Another one was, will Voobly let you play Age of Empires, the Forgotten Empires rated?
Well, Dreams already answered this more or less. They were doubting about adding 1.1. I mean, we will feature all the changes from 1.1. So, you know, I don't know. I haven't had an official talk with Voobly yet, but we will in future. Of course we will. But I'm quite positive that they will do something about it. And, well, yeah, they will do something about it. No
Okay.
doubt.
Okay. I'm not sure if this is a valid question, but it was sent to me, so I'm gonna ask it anyway. When is the Age of Empires Forgotten Empires beta contest winners will gonna get their prizes? This is the question basically.
Okay, did this question came from Roel, who is also in the chat, I think. The people who won their prizes, they will get it, but because, well, I got a job at Nintendo, I need to move to another country. I'm really, really busy, so I just haven't had time to make that version for the winners of the beta competition. So it will come, don't worry, but I just need some time.
Okay.
I'm a little bit busy.
Okay, so the question has been answered. As you guys see, user questions do have power in our talk show. So if you want to send questions, please send them to me through a private message or some other forum, and they will be in our show if they have any value in the show.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do it beforehand, before the show. If you're gonna ask your questions now in the chat, that is not the right time.
You can send me questions as well if you want me to ask anything before we start the show as well.
Exactly.
And Bert has one last thing to say.
You have
Okay.
one. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the question I get the most is, when will it be released? Maybe this is a good opportunity to actually answer that, so I don't get a question 1,000 times again. I don't know yet. That's the answer to the question. I don't know yet. It will be released in 2012, but I don't have a date yet. I know in the previous interview I said that I was going to try to get a beta done before my birthday, but I'm not going to make that because my birthday is next week and I'm nowhere near completion. So that's the first deadline I won't meet. But I have another date in mind, and I'm working towards that. It will be done this year, but no exact date given. You can see it on the Facebook page, and you will hear it all over the community, hopefully, when it will be released, but I don't know it yet.
Please
Okay.
don't ask me either. I get asked so often, when will it be released? When will it be released? I don't know. I really can't tell you, so
Nobody knows.
nobody knows.
Actually, I have two more user questions here. They have been sent me by valid users. Adolfo wants to ask that, are the pro gamers who work doing it for free?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Everybody is working on this for free.
Yeah.
So I am too. Nobody is getting paid for this. If there will be money coming in later, then we will see. But at this point, everything is for free.
Yeah.
Even
okay.
the expansion pack.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah, the expansion pack will be free. Let that be clear.
Yes.
Okay.
You won't have to pay a thing.
Okay.
No.
One more question is that, is there any link for donations, and are you gonna add it somewhere if you don't have it?
I have this planned for later, but you know, I find it weird because that way I would really actually sign some kind of contract, you know, because then I would feel totally obliged to, I don't know, rush things or really finish it off fast. And I don't want any dedication. As I said before, I'm not going to release it if not better than Conquerors. So the donation button will come. I mean, I don't want to get totally ripped off because of this project, but not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Viper is there like, give me my money! It's all serious now. Okay. Okay, guys. I think this actually wraps up our episode number 2 here. I would like to thank every one of you for participating here. Thank you, Sison. Thank you, Viper. Thank you, Zach, again. Great work, everyone. And next show is gonna be next week. I guess you guys probably figured that out. I'm gonna announce the date later on. If you wanna send questions to my our State of the Empire show, please remember to send them in good time, not in my messenger when I'm actually in the goddamn show. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Adolfo. Guys spamming me with nudge all the time. Ask these questions, man. Ask them. Oh, come on, it's not a good time now. Okay, but I asked them anyway, so that's it. My show is over sign is probably not right, but you can just forget about this.
Any ideas what's going to be on the next show?
No idea, man. No idea,
No.
man.
Okay.
I have basic ideas, but nothing accurate at the moment. So,
Cool.
so see you guys next.
Next week.
Keep an
Yeah,
eye out on AOC Zone. It'll be announced on there.
yeah, sure. So the
Yeah.
usual channels you will see. Remember to press the follow button on the upper left corner of the screen if you liked what you saw. And
Go, go.
State of the Empire signing off.